Now let us start with the modern age. We will talk about the modern age in the history of English literature or the British literature. We are talking about English literature. First of all, what is the time period which is considered as modern age in the history of English literature? Now, according to some people, the time period from the turn of the century, from where 20th century started, that is 1901 to the middle of next century, 1950, is considered as the modern age. However, according to some people, the period from 1901 to 1965 is considered as modern age. There is another group of people who say that modern age started from 1897. It was called the Diamond Jubilee year. It was called Diamond Jubilee, Jubilee, Diamond Jubilee year. And in fact, in this year, the empire or the reign of Queen Victoria came to an end. तो आपके पास तीन थ्योरीज हो गई कि कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि 1901 से 1950 तक का टाइम ब्रिटिश हिस्ट्री में मॉडर्न एज माना जाएगा, कुछ कहते हैं 1901 से 65 तक का टाइम जो है ब्रिटिश हिस्ट्री में मॉडर्न एज माना जाएगा, और कुछ लोगों के हिसाब से जब से क्वीन विक्टोरिया का शासन ख़त्म हुआ 1897 में, तब से लेके और 1950 तक का पीरियड मॉडर्न पीरियड या मॉडर्न एज के नाम से जाना जाएगा। अब इसके बाद आती हैं व्हाट आर द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द मॉडर्न एज। द मेजर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द मॉडर्न एज, जब आप इसकी बात करेंगे तो कुछ, चाहे तो आप इसको कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स कह सकते हैं, चाहे तो आप इसको सोशो कल्चरल फिनोमिनन कह सकते हैं कि उस टाइम पे ब्रिटेन में सोशल लेवल पे या कल्चरल लेवल पे कौन से चेंजेस हो रहे थे या कौन सी एक्टिविटीज़ हो रही थी। तो जो फर्स्ट मेजर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है या सोशो कल्चरल हिस्ट्री है, उसमें जो सबसे पहला पॉइंट आप बनाएंगे दैट इज़ इम्पीरियलिज्म। नाउ imperialism means setting colonies in other countries. imperialism का मतलब है दूसरे देश के अंदर अपने उपनिवेश बनाना। Do you remember that we were what we call slaves of Britishers, and Britishers they came and they established their empire here. In the same way, many Western, rather you can say British nations, they established colonies. For example, you can take example of France, you can take example of Italy. Now देखिए, it started with, there is a term called BOER, Boer War in Africa, rather South Africa. You can say that imperialism started with the Boer War in South Africa, when Britain took control of Africa and established its empire. In the same way, France established his empire in Africa and Indochina. Germany also started preparations to establish its colonies. Italy attacked Abyssinia, Abyssinia. Italy attacked Abyssinia. तो ये जितने भी नेशन दूसरे नेशंस पे अटैक कर रहे थे, इनका पर्पस क्या था? इनका सिर्फ एक पर्पस था, टू एस्टैब्लिश देयर कॉलोनीज आउटसाइड, टू एक्सपैंड देयर टेरिटरी, टू टेक कंट्रोल ऑफ अदर नेशंस. So 20th century or the modern age was an age of colonialism, or it was an age of imperialism. So almost all the countries, they started taking control of other countries. What was the result of imperialism? In fact, you can say that the First World War, I am writing it WW means World War. The First World War of 1914, it was an indirect result of, rather a direct result of this spirit of imperialism. जब हर देश ये चाहेगा कि वो दूसरे देश के अंदर अपना एम्पायर स्थापित करे, तो कहीं ना कहीं वो जो पावर की डिज़ायर है वो आपको आपस में लड़ने के लिए कहीं ना कहीं मोटिवेट करेगी. एंड द फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर एंड द सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर, which started in 1945, both the wars, they were a result of this desire of imperialism. Okay, now the second characteristic of modern age was, I am rotating this page in this way. Let us start with second characteristic. Now the second characteristic of modern age was social unrest. Unrest means a kind of disturbance. When you are at rest, you are at peace. When you are in the position of unrest, you are not peaceful. So the second characteristic of modern age is social unrest. For that, you have to think of the Victorian age. You can say that in Victorian period, there was comparative peace, there was social order in the country. But with the turn of the century, there was a decline in moral values, or which were considered as human values. जो मोरल वैल्यूज़ मानी जाती हैं, जो ह्यूमन वैल्यूज़ मानी जाती हैं, उसमें जो है डिक्लाइन था. एंड वेन एवर देर इज़ अ डिक्लाइन इन ह्यूमन वैल्यूज़, they will always lead to destruction, they will always lead to disharmony. At the same time, there was First World War in 1914. Now, since the World War started, people lost faith in everything. वॉर का जो सिनेरियो होता है उसमें आदमी को किसी भी चीज़ पे विश्वास नहीं रहता है. सो दिस लॉस ऑफ फेथ along with decline in moral values and human values, it created social unrest. Another feature of modern age was industrialization. You must remember that the process of industrialization, it started in Britain during the reign of Queen Victoria. Victorian age, that is from 1832 to 1897. is considered as Victorian age of Queen Victoria. 97 or 98 or 1900, I mean you can always take a latitude of 1 or 2 year, कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता, 1898 भी और 1900 भी। तो यहाँ पे आप कहेंगे कि जो विक्टोरियन एज थी दैट वाज एन एज ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन। when you read Victorian novels, when you read, you must have read works of Charles Dickens, Tennyson, Browning. They are all Victorian poets, and you will find that there was a kind of pessimism, loss of faith. Matthew Arnold, you have read Matthew Arnold. There was loss of faith or loss of values, or there was a lot of pessimism in their work. That was a direct result of industrialization. Industrialization brought mechanization. Mechanization, जब आदमियों की बजाय आप मशीनों से आपने काम करना शुरू कर दिया, तो machines were brought to make life easy, but it also created unemployment for a large number of people. एक मशीन 40 लोगों का काम कर सकती है, तो एक मशीन 40 लोगों की नौकरी भी ख़त्म कर सकती है. सो इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन was happening all around. There was mechanization, factories were set, so there was unemployment during the Victorian age. So this social unrest was partly due to industrialization, which started much earlier during the reign of Victoria. Now this industrialization and mechanization, it was going on in 20th century also. So it was also one of the major characteristics of modern age. Okay, so we have done the time period of modern age. कहाँ से कहाँ तक आप इसे मानेंगे? We have done 2 characteristics of modern age. One is imperialism and second is industrialization. We will do other characteristics of modern age in the next class.